Welcome back to the Screensavers. I'm Leo Laporte.
And I'm Martin Sargent. Thanks a whole lot for joining us. Coming up in this half hour, get the best freeware and shareware for Mac OS X from Megan Maroney.
The top 5 list.
And you've heard your hard drive sizzle, screech, and putter. What do all these sounds mean? We're going to tell you.
Putter. Let's check in with the fine folks over at Tech Live. See what's coming up tonight. News anchor Michaela Pereira joins us from the Tech Live.
What exactly was that sound you were making? Very nice. Hey, is Liam still around there, you guys? Is Liam hanging around?
No, he left. He's like out of here the minute he's done.
Can I just say, if you ever get a chance, get him to sing Happy Birthday for you.
No.
Really?
Quite a piece of work.
In some kind of British fashion,
It's
does he do it?
horrifying.
Are there...
Horrifying. And also, which one of you was lamenting about having not very much luck with women? Was that you, Martin?
Marty. Better be. I'm married. I've got plenty of luck. I got all the luck I need.
Look at him. Look at this man. Look at that face.
Look at those eyes.
Look at that face.
Couldn't you be in love with those eyes?
It's a face for radio. I love that man. He is such a wonderful man. He breaks hearts every day.
That's what I thought.
Hey, guys, remember Willy Wonka? Remember that great movie?
Breaking my heart. Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
When Charlie takes off in the elevator that bursts through the roof of the chocolate factory? Remember that? I'm not going to do that. I'll let you guys do the sound effects. Well, anyway, apparently NASA was inspired by this. They're actually working on an elevator that they call the space elevator. We're going to show it to you tonight. It may not be quite as ornate as the Great Glass elevator, and there may not be any Oompa Loompas involved, but the space elevator may actually revolutionize the way humans and cargo are launched into space.
They already got one of those in Vegas.
Well, there you go. Also from outer space to the Antarctic Ocean, if you want to find out what seals do underwater, why not ask the seals themselves? You can study their behavior. In order to study their behavior, a group of researchers are outfitting the seals with a high-tech video and data logging system.
Seal cam.
Exactly. Giving the scientists a seal's eye view of life under the ice. We'll tell you what they're learning about these little fellas, and they get around, I'll tell you.
Get your nose hairs out of the picture, seal.
I know. They're right up against the camera. That's all ahead tonight. 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Marty, I'm going to start a webpage for you, babe.
Thank you.
He's got these beautiful blue eyes. They're just pools you want to fall into.
Drink of water, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Stop, don't, stop.
Rap. Thank you, Michaela.
Thank you, Michaela. Hey, if you remember yesterday, we asked you, which OS do you want at work? 48% of you said Windows, about half. 26% said Mac, and another quarter of you, Linux.
You know, I'm surprised Windows didn't even get half.
Yeah. You know, I looked at the poll earlier, like during the show, and Windows was up around 75%.
Yeah, backed off a little. Yeah. Well, today we're going to talk about something a little bit different and actually controversial. Trillian, which we've recommended before, we've shown you before, is an all-in-one instant messaging client that allows you to get on Yahoo, AOL, MSN, and a few others, so that you don't have to have 4 different clients running all at once. You can chat with your friends no matter what kind of service they use. We think that's a pretty darn good idea. No banner ads. It's a great product. AOL hates the idea, and they blocked Trillian late last night, keeping them off the network. Now, AOL's executives say we think it's a security problem. We don't believe anybody should be using our network without our permission, and we're going to block them anytime that comes along. The folks at Trillian, just this happened with Microsoft Messenger a couple of months ago. The folks at Trillian came out with a new version, and AOL changed it. I don't know what the latest status is. I think you can use Trillian with AOL right now.
Yes, you can, because I installed it right before the show. And though I don't have AOL Instant Messenger, I do have Yahoo. And see how it imported my buddy list from Yahoo. Although it did ask me if it what is your AOL screen name, and then it would have done the same thing had I had a buddy list, as it would have with ICQ, IRC, all these things.
So what we want to know is, do you think there's any merit in what AOL is saying? Do you think AOL has the right to block Trillian? Yes or no? I say the whole problem with instant messaging is all these different standards. Until we have a common standard, something like Trillian is the only good solution for consumers. As you know, I'm always in favor of consumers. I say, AOL, take down the barriers, open up your system.
However, legally they do have a right. It's their network.
And there could be security
problems. But I agree with you. They should open up this system, but they have a right to close it.
Yeah, and you know, Trillian, they don't know. There could be a back door in there. They don't know. So it's for security reasons. You give us your vote at thescreensavers.com.
And now Matt joins us on the Intel Tech TV Netcam network from Hooksett, New Hampshire. What's the good word, Matthew?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? What can we do for you today? Oh, there's a nice picture. Look at that. That is a... See, now why don't all our pictures look that good? Oh, they do. Yeah, that's a great picture. What are you using?
I'm using the 3Com camera. I'm running 2K, and that's about it.
Well, what kind of a setup? A cable modem?
Yeah, cable modem.
Yeah. Ah, that's really nice. Wonderful. So what can we do to help? You got a high-speed connection? Can we help you use that high-speed connection?
Yeah, actually I want to set up an internet radio station.
All right.
And I want to be able to like broadcast live and just be able to set like a playlist up and have that stream out.
Yeah.
You can do this.
What kind of tunes do you want to spin?
Pretty
that's
large variety.
Young people talk today.
What did you say?
A wide variety.
A wide variety. Gangster rap, perhaps?
He's going to bootleg Howard Stern radio programs.
There's a couple ways you can go about doing this. The most popular one is a service called Shoutcast.
I love this.
It's completely free. It's completely free. Uses Winamp. You have to have Winamp. You have to have a plug-in for your Winamp, and you have to have some Shoutcast software, which is going to make your computer a server. All right? Now, if I were to click on the listen button here, what it's going to do is take me to a list of the most popular radio stations that people have set up. Here's Trance Techno Dance. Look at that. There's 2,174 people out of a maximum of about 3,700 listening to this right now.
This guy's
I can get audio out of my PC. I've got Winamp playing. I can actually listen to this guy. There's no audio out this PC, but you can see my Winamp is actually playing it.
Now, what's neat about this is because so many people are doing this, you have really a big potential audience for it. It's free to do, and it's very easy to do. But the limitation is you're the sole broadcaster, right? Unless you get other people to rebroadcast your signal, which you can do, you're going to be limited. With your cable modem, you probably have 128 kilobits upstream max, which means you probably can only do a couple of streams out at 40 bits.
Yeah, and what Leo said is true. People can mirror what you're playing if they agree to do that, and then you can get a much wider audience. There's another there's an alternative. This is the open source. If you're into open source, you're into Linux, that whole movement, this is the open source version. It's Icecast at icecast.org. More or less the same thing. However, you're not going to get as many listeners. There's probably only a fraction of people listening. Actually, why don't we see how many people? Look at the top 15. I bet there's only about 200 people listening to the top channel right now.
And this will do what you want to do, by the way. It'll allow you to both stream live content or have your Winamp playlist playing in the background. And if you wanted to have DJing in there, you just record a DJ voice and put it in your playlist to DJ it. I wish there were... Is Live 365... Could you see if Live 365 is around? Last I heard, I think they went down. That was a great solution because you didn't need the bandwidth. They had all the bandwidth. You would just go in there and program it, and they would stream it for you. If they're still around, you should take a look at this. This is another...
Looks like they're still doing something.
Live365.com. Then you're not tied to the limited bandwidth of your own setup. You can use their bandwidth, which I think is another good way to do it.
All right. So there's 3 choices for you. One of them should fit the bill. Thanks a lot for the call.
Let us know when you get the station up. We'll tune in. Okay, Matt?
Definitely. Hey, how about we go check in with Kat for the sight of the night?
From Matt to Kat.
We do that. Thanks,
Sounds like Dr. Seuss.
Hey. All right, so music is a huge part of my life, as you guys already know, and there's just something about loudly listening to Lenny Kravitz, driving around San Francisco with a carload full of my girlfriends that drives me nuts.
Me too.
Unfortunately, now that I'm out of college, I don't have time to do that. I got to work, so this rarely happens. But to get that same sort of excitement, I head over to this awesome, awesome website, houseofblues.com.
Can I ride shotgun next time?
Sure, Marty. All right, House of Blues, very well-known venues all over the place. Awesome. Have you been to the one in Vegas?
I've been to the one in Vegas. I've also been to the one in Chicago, or at least I've been outside the one in both of those cities.
Huh? Well, inside it's really cool. You should try and check it out. And of course, they have an elite website to go along with it. This is awesome. They have internet radio stations on here that just have killer music. They have this section here called the Green Room, and what it is it lets artists host their own radio show.
That's cool.
So they can play like who their influences are, and they can talk about them and just interject commentary. It's very interesting.
Sort of like what the caller was just asking about, only on a higher, more professional scale.
Exactly, and it's House of Blues, so you know it's cool. They have webcasts, interviews with just amazing artists right here. It's like Cypress Hill, O-Town, The Roots.
O-Town.
O-Town.
Awesome.
Downloads, we all love downloads, but the coolest part of this website, I think, is the concert archive. They have almost 800 different concert archives.
Now, is this just audio, or is
We're going to check it out. No, look, it's up right here. This is Al Green. I know you love Al Green.
My favorite living American.
Yeah, I know. He's
the Reverend Al Green.
Not on here now, but
get him on there.
Well, this is his concert, and you can check it out. So if you don't have money to go see these artists, you can just go to House of Blues and check them out. It's really awesome. So I'm interested in what you guys think about this website. I'd love to hear. Send me email, kat@techtv.com.
And I went to an Al Green concert once. Me and my girlfriend at the time went. About $150 for the tickets.
Yeah.
The Reverend had laryngitis.
Oy vey.
Girlfriend and I broke up the next day.
Oh.
Terrible.
Well, I just want to say really quick, thanks to Joby One and Only.
Wow, they're really coming through with the flowers. I got to start asking for something.
Yippee. All right.
All right. Hey, Megan, anything new on the Screensavers website? Thank you, Kat.
Yes. Earlier we had a question from Christy about browser safe colors, and I posted that article up on the website. And I also wanted to mention that Christy has a fan site that she does for the Screensavers that we love, and so I put a link to that. And Christy, email me if that's not okay, if it'll crash your site. Hopefully it won't, but it's a great site. I also wanted to read this email from Big Hurt 98. I also got the same email from Rod. The picture we showed earlier that looked like the luge was actually the skeleton sled, not the luge. And I, of course, should know that, being, you know, a gold medalist luger.
Skeleton sled. I never heard of that. Is that an event, the skeleton sled? Is that an event? She's a luger.
Luger. I'm a luger.
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 Hey, coming up next, Megan stops telling you about her favorite stuff and decides to let other people speak for themselves. Stay tuned.